Look like it's a good game. Let's see what Miami do. Flag. What up? What up? What up? Man, sitting here watching this old Miami and Indiana game. Look like it's a pretty good game. What y'all got going on this evening? My what y'all got going on tonight? Ooh wee man. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Who we got on here, man? Who we got on here with us? Who in the building? What up, Willie Spence? Willie Spencer, man, look, man, you be, you be on it, man. You must be just chilling. You must be at the house just all day, every day, just chilling. Either that, or you just got your phone set to. I'm for to pay attention to everything going on the internet. What it do, PA? You know what I'm saying? What's up with it, man? Y'all ready for this cold weather, man? This shit for the hit. This shit for the hit. You know the crazy part about this weather, right? So I've been checking on it, and like it's gonna be cold in the mornings, but like in the afternoon, it's gonna be like in the 50s. You think it's a boring game, man? This defense been jumping, bro. Uh oh. Oh, okay. PA man, this game's been that bad, man. What's up, Uncle Bruno? What's the deal? Look, man, listen. They can listen at this point. If Miami score, they can take it in the overtime. You know what I'm saying? They can take it in the overtime. Ain't nobody stressing about it. What you say, PA? It's what? You'd rather be watching the stars move. Say, look, man, I ain't no cap, right? No cap. So, you know what I'm saying? When it did the little cabin shit this weekend, and say, man, listen, I've been on this planet a long time, right? And I done seen some little shit here and there, but man, excuse me, to know, to actually see the stars moving across the sky, man. You know, I guess because in the city you don't really get a chance to see what you see in the country. You know what I'm saying? Or in the woodsy type of areas, man. But I'm gonna tell you, man, I sat there and watched them stars move and shit, man. I was like, man, that's some cool ass shit. You know, and again, maybe that's just my sheltered life. You know what I mean? Ooh, PA, now that was a good play. That was a good play, man. You got to give it up for that one, bro. Jeez. So yeah, man, that was cool, man. I don't. Again, I ain't finna be one of these people whether the world is round or flat. I just know what I seen, and it made me want to get out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get into some higher elevations. Now, if y'all go outside, they supposed to be the aurora from the North Pole. You ought to be able to see the aurora down here in Texas. That's how far it's supposed to come down. Now, I was just outside, and we got an overcast. And every time we get the opportunity to see some cool shit, we get an overcast. I want to know what that's all about. What's up, Miss Ange? Let's see, Miss Ange, you just celebrating 56? Well, congratulations. Happy birthday to you, sweetie. Happy birthday to you. Hold on, let me see. Uh, what's going on, Mr. Rozier? See you in the building. Hey, PA, I actually got a telescope, man. I don't know how to. I got all these lenses and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to operate it though. Y'all got lenses. I got all kinds of shit, man. For that, I got a telescope. I just don't know how to use a motherfucker, man. It just sit up in the living room for decorations. You know, like when you go to these beach houses and shit, and they got all the little shit, the telescopes and shit sitting in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got all that, man. Yeah, doctor, you a King's kid, 1970. Hey, listen. So you made it because you was born in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? It's them 60s babies you got to be concerned about. You know what I'm saying? Them old heads. What's up, Logic? What you know good, brother? Man, you know what, man? I be seeing so much on this internet, man. This internet is what's up, Rosita? Rosita, you got a lot of names. Every time, like if you like a post, I be like, ooh, Rosita she got a lot of names. You know, I ain't listen. I ain't no comedian, so I ain't finna get into all that. But I'm just gonna say you got a lot of names. Logic, hey, Logic, you one of them '60s, baby. Which part of the '60s? Was your early '60s or late '60s? I mean, you're a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? I just said that because my boy was born in 68. You know what I'm saying? I just give him a hard time. But Logic, I ain't got no beef, man. I ain't got no beef with nobody from the '60s, man. It's all a facade. It's my I don't know. There's something going on with this damn camera. It keeps trying to bleed through. But nonetheless, let me see what's going on. I don't know what this thing tripping. Here, let me just take this. Let me get out of this room and go where everybody knows my name. Yeah, so the late 60s. Okay, so you still cool, man. You still young enough to appreciate the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? It's some cats that like, me, I was born in the early 70s, right? And it's a trip that when you think about when people say, "Oh man, I was born in 19 whatever," right? And I mean, we already 26 years into a new millennium, and we still able to see it. Remember, we was watching TV. Shit, when does most of the shit take place? 2025, 2020. You know what I'm saying? 2017. Those were numbers we didn't. I'm not gonna say we didn't think that we would see. What's it say? Oh, okay. Cause I was gonna say, you know how when Chris Tucker and Money Talk say, "Matita no siempre," that's the only thing I can think about when I see your name. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you following me. And you know what I'm saying? Every time I post some shit, you make sure you put some love on it. So I appreciate that. Uh, Uncle Bruno, 1961, September. He'll be 65. Hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Uncle Bruno, one of the coolest 60s babies I know. You know what I'm saying? He one of the coolest 60s babies I know. You know what I'm saying? He came and hung out with the real OGs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, I be saying a lot of shit on this internet, and that's what I want to get at. And I see a lot of shit on the internet where people are really hiding behind uh, some of the some of this bullshit that's going on right now, right? Without getting too much into it, without getting too much into everything that's going on, that I have to voice an opinion about it, especially during this time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell y'all, it was so crazy. It's MLK's birthday today, and I ain't heard shit about nothing having to deal with no ICE. I ain't heard nothing about no deportation today. I mean, I understand it's a government holiday, so they just ain't working. They just said fuck it. We ain't going today. You know what I'm saying? We gonna let y'all make it because this is what Martin Luther King's dream was. Okay, if that's how you feel. But, I just know that this is the time of the night that I get a chance to be me. Not upgrade. You know what I'm saying? I get a chance to be me. This is Derek's time. You know what I'm saying? And I get to voice my opinion as Derek and as a citizen of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Not on no political bullshit, but on some real shit, some humanity type of shit, right? And I be seeing these cats, man, throughout the day, and they really be voicing their opinion and really showing you who they really are. And that's the fucked up part, because these are people that you would think that, man, you could go out and have a meal with these people. You can actually go out and have a conversation, but in reality, these are the same people that really don't really fuck with you in the same way that you fuck with them. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, man, that shit's crazy as hell to me, because why wouldn't you just be yourself every day, all day long, right? You know, and if you are a piece, well, no, I almost spoke out of turn. If you have, these views, right? You know, they say you never talk about politics and religion. You know what I'm saying? Those are the two things you keep secret and you hold close. But if those are the things that could divide and separate you, wouldn't you want to discuss that shit right off? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, I really don't view the things that you view, you know what I'm saying, the same way. Or I'm low key, I don't really like you for, you know, the type of person that you are. You know, we get so caught up into uh, you know, we as a people, you know, in my opinion, we want to be happy. We want, you know, people to like us. We want to genuinely like people. You know what I'm saying? But people really make it hard. You know what I'm saying? For you to cheer for them. People really make it hard for you to cheer for them. What's up, Sweet Tea? Come on, y'all, now. Shit. Well, don't look like they gonna make it. But anyway, I think you know what. What if we were like the Care Bears, right? So y'all remember the Care Bears, right? So however they was feeling, that's what was broadcasted across their chest. You know what I'm saying? How many friends or how many people would you associate yourself with? Or how many people would really rock with you if you had to express everything across your chest? If everything that you thought, every feeling that you had, if you had to express that across your chest, how many people would really fuck with you? You know what I'm saying? How many people do you believe that you would really have around you all the time? If you had to show everything that you thought, all of your inner inner thoughts was broadcast for the world to see. Today, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good, so I got happy across my chest. I got motivated across my chest. I got, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But then in the time where, shit ain't cool, maybe somebody tried to get over on you and shit. Now your feelings are expressed across your chest. Now you don't even have to say nothing because it's automatic right across your chest how you feel. How many people you think, you know what I'm saying, would really be around you? How many people, would have to live a life of solitude just because, you know what I'm saying, their true feelings have been shown. And I think that's what we having right now, you know what I'm saying, with social media and the news and everything that's going on. People can't really hide behind their feelings no more. Because now they have a platform and they can express it by any means. Or yet by a hook or crook, so to speak. Color coded to express emotion. You wear it on your face. But you know what? But it's a difference than wearing it on your face and actually having, you know what I'm saying, the emotion be shown. You know what I'm saying? Like we are. I mean, I can only equate, like what I do every day. So like if I hear a bike and it don't sound good, you know what I'm saying, I'll be like, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? I would change this or this or that. But when it comes to, but when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, matters of the heart, those are a little bit difficult to read. You know what I'm saying? Those are a little bit more difficult to understand. You know what I'm saying? Because you can hide behind an emotion. You can hide behind a facial expression. Somebody's like, man, what you got on your mind? You can be like, oh, nothing. I was just thinking about, what I need to get for the house. Or I was just thinking about something my son said earlier today. You know, and I'm not gonna say that I don't have an appreciation for people that really show you who they are. But it's one thing for people to show you who they are and then pretend like they somebody else. Yeah, I mean, and but I think that's a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? Especially a lot of us with a little melatonin in our skin and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to be like that, man. Let me just say this, right? Because this is me being me, not a business owner. This is me being a human being right now. We get so caught up in trying to please everybody, right? That we kind of hide behind, a lot of the things that we do and a lot of things that we say. A lot of things that we participate in our culture in, right? We see other cultures, attempting to either knock it off or just imitate it, right? And we always say, we were taught to say, well, imitation is the best form of flattery, right? And I get that, but why not just admire from a distance? Why? What is it about a specific culture that drives you to that? To the point where you think you can do that better than what that culture has grown up in. And at this point in my life, man, I'm sick and tired of a motherfucker saying that, oh man, I grew up just like you did. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't grow up like I grew up. You grew up totally different than the way I grew up. I don't give a fuck if we had the same address. You're gonna grow up a lot different than I grew up because of what my experiences are. You know what I'm saying? And I just get so sick and tired of, just because a motherfucker struggled that they struggled the same way I did, or they struggled the same way my partners did. You know what I'm saying? And that in itself, man, is just, it's degrading, man, and it's fucked up on the cool. You know what I'm saying? And I sit back and I shut the fuck up, right? Hey man, look, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't my business. But in reality, if something comes across my eye sockets and I'm able to see it and I can express an emotion behind it, then it is my fucking business. Now, whether I say something about it or not, that will remain the question. The thing that I respect about Uncle Bruno, I've been in Uncle Bruno's company, for at least 5 years, right? I've seen him. Uncle Bruno's came to live, stay with us and shit. We hung out. But Uncle Bruno don't try to pretend like he's somebody he's not just to be cool. Uncle Bruno just fucking cool. And that's the shit that I'm talking about, right? And I get it, man. It happens on both sides of the spectrum. We so busy trying to pretend that we something that we ain't, or somebody that we ain't, that we try to be bigger than what we really are. And that's just bullshit. What was that? What's up, Nicole? What's poppin'? Appreciate you stopping in. I just, it just bothers me. You know what I'm saying? I guess especially being the age that I am now, right? So, at a younger age, you didn't really think that you had the ability. And I'll say for me, personally, because I didn't want people to look at me, a certain way. I didn't want people to think about me in a certain light. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to be liked. I always wanted to be appreciated. I always thought that, if I was politically correct, that, you know what I'm saying, it would be cool. And I get that this, social media gives us a platform to kind of have these kind of conversations and discuss, things, that we can, if it's something on my mind, I can come on social media, I can have a conversation with somebody, and somebody's going to, agree, or somebody's going to disagree, and we can have that conversation. But I get so overwhelmed with people that just are fucking fake. And, people always want to say, well, damn, bro, like, you don't do XYZ, or you don't, man, because I can't hide that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's only so long there's only so long I can put glasses on and pretend I don't see. before all of that comes to a head, and it's just like, man, look, I can't do this shit no more. And I think that's what a lot of us in our culture don't. A lot of people that's not in our culture really don't understand about us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying us being black, right? You know what I mean? And I don't feel like I have to have a disclaimer when I talk about my culture. I don't feel like the people that are not of my culture that really rock with me, that I need a disclaimer to say, oh, I'm not this type of person. Truth of the matter is, man, listen, there's a lot of shit that I see and a lot of shit that I don't say and I don't speak on because I feel like, maybe that it would draw attention, right? And that's the one thing in my profession that I try not to do is create tension. But this is my platform, and this is how I feel, and I think that, you know what I'm saying, I'm tired. I'm tired of fake people. I'm tired of you, pretending to be one way around me, but you really, you know what I'm saying, you really are who you are. And all of that happens, you know what I'm saying, when something happens and you really get a chance to see who these people really are. So just understand that if I see who you really are, chances are, man, I'm gonna tell you who you really are to me. You know what I mean? Sweet Tea, you was asking me why. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't know if it's to fit in, or I don't know if it's to make the struggle look like it wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? Like, because you struggle, now all of a sudden I don't really have a leg to stand on. You know what I'm saying? And I really wish people would just understand it from the perspective of that person, man, and of this culture. Like, we ain't just. I'm not the angry black man, right? Like, this is not the angry black man conversation. This is the I'm fed up with the bullshit conversation. And we all deal with it, and in different forms and different aspects, and of course, man, all we do is we sit back and say, man, you know what? That's just who that person is. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta accept this person for who they are. No, man, you a fuck motherfucker. You're a fuck boy, or you're a fuck girl. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have to do it publicly, right? But we can do it tactfully. We can tell them, like, man, like, I really don't rock with you like that, man. I can't rock with you only for the simple fact that you say that you struggled like me. You know what I'm saying? But there's no way that you could have struggled like me. There's no way that you could have struggled like me. Yes, you could not have money. I mean, shit, there's a lot of times I would love to go eat at a 5-star restaurant every night. You know what I'm saying? That's not my makeup. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, going out on dates and shit. Like, man, like, I'm not the $300 date guy. You know what I'm saying? That's just not that in my makeup. I'm not the put the wingtip shoes on and step out every Friday and Saturday night. That ain't my makeup. But that is some people's makeup. You know what I'm saying? And I can respect, but man, just don't use money as a gauge to the struggle. Please don't use money as a gauge to the struggle, because I see that a lot. Man, I grew up poor. I didn't know I was poor. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until I had a little money in my pocket that I realized, like, well, fuck, man, I would have loved to have had. But the struggle wasn't about the money. The struggle came from the culture. The culture itself was the struggle. And if you didn't live in the culture, you don't know my struggle. You know what I'm saying? You don't know my struggle, and that's the fucked up part about all of this. You know what I'm saying? You money is the no, money is not the gauge for the struggle. It's deeper than that, man. It's emotionally fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's the physicality that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, it's everything. You know what I'm saying? Not just about the money. That's the first thing I didn't have no money growing up, and I was poor and we lived this and we did that and blah blah blah. Nah, man. The culture is the struggle. And see, Logic, you have every right to say what you just said. At any point in your life, you know what I'm saying? Would you have had somebody, a police officer or whatever, right? Tell you that you can't do something. How many people you grew up with was like, man, you ain't gonna be shit. You're sorry. You know what I'm saying? You just because that's all they knew. And that's a struggle. It's a struggle that you make, you know what I'm saying, something sweet out of something that's out the mud. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing that I see that these other cultures like to say they got it out the mud. It's bigger than that, man. It's bigger than that. We always finding a way to create this vision for other people, man. And this shit is for real, man. You know what I'm saying? And I can honestly say, in my honest opinion, that I can say that I'm a success story. And I'm a success story because I believed in me. I believed in me when nobody else did, when nobody else told me. It's one thing to be in, these relationships and your significant others like, man, you know what, you're this and you're that, but the whole time, man, a lot of this shit could be jealousy. A lot of this shit could be, you know what I'm saying, the inadequacies on their part, their struggle. I'm just saying that moving forward, man, take money out of it. Let's not use money as the gauge, as a gauge to a catalyst is the word I was looking for, as a catalyst of the struggle. We gotta do better, man. We gotta create a better understanding about what it is that we went through. And again, do not get me misunderstood, because there were people before me that struggled even harder than me, especially if you grew up in the country. Especially if you grew up in the country. Now, I know people, I'm a Fort Worth native. I'm born and raised Fort Worth right here. But as small as the town is, it's a big city, man, because we're not just on the market of Fort Worth, man. It's a whole metroplex. And being from DFW, you know what I'm saying, Texas is the third largest state, you know what I'm saying, Dallas Fort Worth. It's one of the 10 of the largest metroplexes in the country. So I don't consider myself being from a small town or the country. But we got to figure out what it is that we can either demonstrate or show these people that they're using that term struggle wrong, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? They using it wrong. And we got to stop letting, the fact that they didn't have this much money You know what I'm saying? As a part of the struggle. The struggle wasn't about, it wasn't just about the money. Like Logic said. It was making something happen. It was making something happen that it wasn't supposed to happen. All right, let me turn this down there. Miami officially lost. So if somebody go to barking at you like, oh yeah, man, I struggled like you, I came up just like you, I did just the same thing. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And it's just time that somebody said it. Your struggle ain't my struggle. Stop treating, stop acting like just because we both didn't have money growing up that we had the same struggle. Let's stop pretending that if your feelings were expressed across your chest or the color of your mood, that you would still have a bunch of cool ass people hanging around you, because that's not true. You got people hanging around you because you can put up this facade. You could put up these, you know what I'm saying, this cape, this sheet, you know what I'm saying, that can this disguise. Disguise equals lies. Yep. What's up, Sid? You know what I'm saying? So, nonetheless, man, I know everybody ain't want to hear me barking about this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is not a popular subject. And again, you know what I'm saying? I do these lives at night, man. This is just for my own sanity, too. You know what I mean? Because this is just an opportunity for me to get, shit off my chest that I be, seeing all day. And, during the daytime, man, I work. And that's my main focus and my priority tonight. At nighttime, man, I'm just kind of winding down and, chilling and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, let me go on here and, let's just talk a little bit. Because believe it or not, there are a lot of people out here that share these sentiments. They just don't know. And they don't know who I am. And they don't know to tune in because I'm not on no set schedule, for you guys to click in and, it's had these conversations. And plus, it's late. Shit, it's 10, so it's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. What up, handyman? You know what I'm saying? So, but there are these night owls that come hang out, you know what I'm saying, and we can sit down and we can chop it up every now and then. I don't, tag people. This is all impromptu. These are just things that's on my mind that I want to talk about. And if you don't feel the same way and you feel like tuning that out, then that's fine. But don't tune it out and not talk about it. Don't tune it out and not think about, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when you leave, shit, life goes on. When I leave, life goes on. I don't pretend like that doesn't happen. But man, goddamn, man, stop saying we got the same struggle. That's weird to me. You didn't have a lot of money growing up, and you know what I'm saying, you used to get in trouble with the law. That's a decision that you had to make. Same way, man, when I was young, taking shit that didn't belong to me, and then after a couple of ass whoopings and a few scares, shit, I changed that up real quick. What up, Big Static? You know what I'm saying? So, I said all that to say this, man. Stop involving people in your struggle. Because people will figure out how to tell you that their struggle is just like yours. And that is not, in fact, a true statement. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, maybe I'm feeling like this because it's Martin Luther King's birthday. You know what I'm saying? and you listen to these speeches and you say, man, listen, we were taught to turn the other cheek, not create waves, not, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. I got a bunch of devices, Logic. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of devices. Let me see what you got. Uh, I don't even see it, Logic. Oh, hold on. It probably hadn't popped up yet. Yeah, I seen you tag me some, but it probably hadn't popped up yet. But hey, Logic, man, it's cats like this, man. I love to communicate, right? And I love to talk to people, especially when they have and can offer insight. A lot of times, man, people want to hear some type of logic. You know what I'm saying in what we speak, and not to be ignorant or say dumb shit all the time, man. There's a method of communication that a lot of people like, and they want to be engaged. They want to they don't want to just I don't want to just be that dude, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just be that dude to be like, oh yeah, I'm just barking, I'm angry all the goddamn time, because that's not what this life is about, man. You know what I'm saying? And being that we have the ability. Oh, yeah, damn, Logic. I don't know why it ain't showing up. I did see you tag me or something, but I open this dialogue up for anybody. Anybody that sits around their house at night or whenever, and they got shit on their mind, man. This is the type of shit that we have to discuss, that we need to be discussing. You know what I'm saying? That we create these we create these problems, right? And but we don't know how to deal with them in a calm manner. You know what I'm saying? I would just say, man, listen. Sometimes you can hear something and it pisses you off, and then after you think about it, you like, hmm, that was just me. We all have that was just we all have a that was just me moment, but not every moment is just you, because you done heard something that you know what I'm saying? Like, let me back up a little bit. People will put a mask on and swear to you that this is who they really are. Now it's a mask. The mouth don't line up correctly. The eyes are sunken in. The face doesn't even move when they talk. But yet they swear that they are who they say they are. No. What Cat Williams say, nigga, don't you know I can see you? We can see you. We know it's a mask. All we're asking is that you take that mask off so that we can see who you really are, and we can judge you for who you really are, and stop trying to pretend to be something that you're not. And I've been on this for the last few weeks, man, because in my heart of hearts, man, I've dealt with a lot of people, man, that really put on the facade for me, man. They really put on the facade, and I really fell for that trap. I fell for that mask person. You know what I'm saying? I fell for Zorro. I fell for the Lone Ranger. You know what I'm saying? I fell for all of that shit. I fell for it. And I know somebody else on this line done fell for it too. All I'm saying is, at what point do you wake up? At what point do you say, you know what? We're going to be like Scooby-Doo and the gang, and we're going to take your mask off. And we're going to expose you for who you really are. Because the whole Scooby-Doo cartoon, you've been running and playing games and being ghosts and goblins, and you know what I'm saying? And the whole, man, no. What they say, I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids. Yeah, I'm a meddling kid right now. Man, call these folk out on their bullshit, man. Let them know that, man, you know, at this point in your life, you just don't want to do it no more. You don't want to deal with that no more. And let's just see how far that gets you with them. Let's see what type of lies and rumors and propaganda they spread about you. Because see, a lot of time, man, you ain't really got to say nobody's name in order for people to know who you talking about. Because guess what? A hit dog gonna holler. A hit dog gonna holler. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes. That's how this universe works. This is why you see some people get instant karma, and some people, it may take 5-10 years for them to get their karma or something to come back on them. You don't have to be aggressive and be like, oh man, you know, no. Tell them, hey man, I know who you are. So with that, I'm going to back up from you. I'm going to step back from you. Because you are a threat to my sanity. You are a threat to my sanity because you're going to have me thinking that you somebody that I know you ain't. And that's the biggest facade of all. I'm bragging on a ghost. I'm bragging on a ghost. Because the next person already figured you out. They done already figured them out. And now they looking at you like, man, I've been knowing. Then you weren't going to say nothing? Well, no, you have to get it for yourself. You have to get it for yourself. We don't operate in the same mindsets. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's somebody trying to get over. You know when somebody trying to get over. What's up, Miss Sarah? You know when somebody trying to get over. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a what can you do for me? You ever see like everybody play the victim? Everybody, oh, come on, man. If everybody in your life plays the victim, you are the villain. If everybody in your life plays the victim, you are the villain. And it's time that you accept that role as the villain. Every show I've watched growing up, from movies to cartoons, the villain never wins. The villain, it's not a good storyline for the villain to win. It's not a good storyline. Yes, they have some success. Yes, the villain will have success. But it's not the end of the storyline. I used to always think that good guys finish last. So I didn't want to be, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be looked at as a good guy like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be looked at. Oh man, he's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a good guy. No, good guys do. They finish first because see, we've been so programmed that the villain always is the victor. No, you don't have to be a victim to be a villain to get the victory. And you don't have to be vulnerable either. What's up, Drizzle? Congratulations. I hope the baby come out healthy. But yes, you know what I'm saying? Don't man listen, don't live on this villain. The villains always win. The villain does not win. The villain has some win. I mean, that's just how it is sometimes, man. That man, I don't know. I gotta my Drizzle, man. My background is tripping. I don't know if it's the background or my cameras, but something is glitching. Yeah, it's a glitch in the matrix. You know what I'm saying right now. So, but nonetheless, man, the whole reason I know you just coming in, but I'm just trying to say, man, look, it's time out for people for it's time out for people that don't know the real struggle to say that they are part of the struggle when it's just about the money, because the money don't make it the struggle. Like my boy Logic said, it's the making things work that shouldn't work is the struggle. Your mom or dad telling you wasn't gonna be shit growing up. You know what I'm saying? Your school teacher, your principal, because you fucked up as a kid. You didn't know how to do math or read well and shit. And this is because they didn't have the time or the opportunities to tell you or show you. When you went home, there was no more education. The education stopped at the school. The education didn't continue at the house. It's not like what these kids have now. Nigga, we had encyclopedias, but who the fuck could afford the Encyclopedia Britannica? You know what I'm saying? Who? Man, you coming up in the early '80s? We didn't have that. So if you didn't have that mentality to like, man, I love school and I wanna be the best, man. Man, when you got motherfuckers, the everything was stacked against you. Let's see. I just, again, I just, I just don't. Drizzle, you know what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm talking about. You see it every day. You see it all the time, man. It's all over social media, man. I struggle just like you struggle. I did the same shit you did. No, you didn't, man. You didn't. Yeah, it does. You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I've learned as an adult, right? I'm gonna tell you what I've learned as an adult. There are people that genuinely want the best for you. You know what I'm saying? But you know what the problem is? The problem is that there's all this doubt that's already set in your mind that you can't get around. Because it doesn't matter who's complimenting you. It doesn't matter who's telling you that they believe in you, because that seed of neglect and that seed of distraction has already been placed in your brain. And how long does it take to unprogram that bullshit that you had to deal with for so long? And that's what the part of the struggle that you can't tell me that you went through. You can't tell me that you went through that struggle, bro. You can't tell me that every day that you wake up is a blessing. Because some of y'all wake up like it's a privilege. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a privilege for you to be up. It's a privilege for me to be in your company. It's a blessing that you got a chance to do. You was able to remember what you did yesterday and you can correct it today. But that seed that was planted decades ago, and now you got people in your face saying, oh no, I understand. You don't. You don't understand. You can say you do. You can say that, oh man, I watched this movie and it was based off of everything you just said. My life ain't a movie. My life ain't a movie. You know what I'm saying? When your life ain't a movie. You go out here and get into a major accident, man, you the potential for not coming out or be seriously injured. Ain't no caps in these guns that they aiming at people. Those are not blanks. That's real life. You don't get a chance to do this shit over. This is it. What they say, the final, it's the final curtain. It's a curtain call. All the thing that you can hope is that you've been a good enough person in your life that you don't burn forever. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that we can hope for. Is that you a good enough person in your life that, you know what I'm saying, you get the opportunity to be around people for as long as you are on this planet. And I guess I'm feeling like this, man, because I've seen a lot of people not wake up. It's a lot of sad people out here, man. It's a lot of people that mask the hurt and the pain. I smile as much as I can, but it don't mean that I don't hurt. It doesn't mean that I don't feel. It doesn't mean that, every day is a good day. I just try to make it that way so that, you know what I'm saying, I don't go off and do something I don't need to be doing to the next person. I really, truly do want to be a good person. Let's see what you got to say, Drizzle. Let me put you up on the screen. Add that. Drizzle say, realize recently people are still battling their childhood trauma. No matter how much success they have achieved, we need to be blessed and hold up each other. And Drizzle, that's a real conversation, bro. That is a real conversation because this is the thing. This is the part of the struggle. This is a part of the struggle that they don't understand. It's one thing to be in a relationship, right? So I'll be real with you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? I got married in my, I want to say, early 30s, right? But didn't know enough to be a husband. Didn't have a mindset and wasn't willing to grow. Because my mindset was like, man, fuck this. I ain't finna, hell no, I'm not finna sit here and deal with this shit. When you talk that when you don't have good examples, right? And I say this, y'all see me with my, with these pictures and videos of my granddaughter because I don't have childhood pictures. They just don't exist. I mean, there's a few sprinkled out, school pictures, shit like that. But there's no, this is who I am. There's none of those pictures. So when my granddaughter, if I don't, if I leave her untimely, there would not be a situation where she won't be able to say, what does my grandfather look like? My kids, I never met my dad. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect, I was a different person. I was a better person. You know what I'm saying? But it don't make me father of the year. It just means that I didn't follow every step that mine did. You know what I'm saying? Like, there would, of course, there's gonna be times where you just can't be where you can't be. But I say this to you guys that's watching. I say to you guys that these lies. I probably need to just do like little videos and shit so people can share them. I know I talk a couple of hours, so these lies are a little bit long in the tooth. But maybe I should do like little short excerpts and shit and post them. But man, there's a lot of things that we see and we ignore. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit that we see and we put in our back pockets. There's a lot of stuff that we see and we just like, man, you know what? It'll go away. And it keeps popping up because we're not living in the reality that we need to say something. We're living in the reality that somebody that said something stupid should realize they said it and fix it themselves. But they're not going to fix it because they don't believe that it's wrong. If I don't tell you what you said to me is some bullshit, you'll always think it's cool. If I don't tell you that what you said to me was asinine, you're going to think that you are radio. And listen, I'll be 52 in a couple of weeks. A lot of you guys that are listening are my age or older, maybe a few years younger. But we have to take all of this shit back. We got to take our struggle back. We got to take our livelihood back, man. We need to let people know, man, like, nah, bro. It's time out. It's time out for this bullshit, man. Again, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one sick and tired of it. But I'm sick and tired of it. And I'm sick and tired of watching people walk around in masks and not say nothing. And maybe not broadcast or throw them in the trash or whatever the case is, but let them know, man, like, I can't fuck with you right now. No, man. It's time out for us. It's time out for us. People keep thinking like, oh, man, just, to be a good person, man, you got to always get along with everybody. No, you don't. You do not have to get, man, listen, if you shut 50 cents down at your workstation every day you set 50 cents on the table. At the end of the week, you ought to have 750 cents. But if every day you come in and there's a quarter missing, and the same people that's taking the quarter is laughing and smiling in your face, at what point do you say, man, either give me my money or get the fuck out of my face? So we done with it. Stop letting people take from you. Stop letting people take your sanity. Stop letting people take your happiness. Stop letting people take anything and making you feel like you're the obligation. Nah, man. Next time somebody say, man, I know exactly what you talking about, make them prove it. The next time somebody fix their mouth to say, I know exactly what you talking about, make them prove it. It's time out, bro. It's time that we stand back on our own 2 feet. We take what's ours. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing this shit no more. I'm telling you that you wasn't put on here to be second hand. You was put on this earth to be first hand. It's just how it is. You was put on here to be first hand. See, it's free will and manipulation. Manipulation is what got you thinking that you're not worth anything. And sometimes manipulation starts and stops and you have no idea. But I'm telling you, we're owed more than what we're given by anyone. Make it make sense. The next time somebody tell you, I know exactly what you make them prove it. It's okay. Let me tell you something. When you start weeding the bad out, greener grass will grow. People don't pull weeds and just wait, just let the spot be bare and dead. No, when the weeds leave, the grass grows. Take care of your yard. Pull them weeds out. And if you got a partner that's fucking with some weeds, tell them, say, man, your grass ain't gonna grow, bro. But pull them weeds out. Pull the weeds up. Watch the grass grow. Listen. Pull the weeds up and watch the grass grow. Watch. It's just what it does. Now you have to nurture it. You got to water it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's in the proper environment. But as soon as you pull the weeds up, watch the grass grow. Watch how you grow when you get those weeds out of your life. Man, listen. Man, grab your brother, grab your sister by the hand and tell them, man, look, you worth more than what they're giving you. There's a reason why we got an MLK Day and not a Malcolm X Day. Think about that. I can be mad and angry and frustrated. And I can be yelling and fussing and cussing. But I choose this route. Because this is a route of a man that knows. I should lose self-control. You know what I'm saying? And fussing, shit, and cussing, talking loud. Talking loud don't make you right. We owe it to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You owe it to your brother. You owe it to your sister to say, hey, look. I don't think, just from my perspective, you may want to look into, you may want to look at, you may want to address this. A lot of times, man, shit, all we need is, we just need some guidance sometimes, man. There's nothing wrong with telling somebody how appreciative you are of them. Nothing wrong with that. Just because you're a bad person don't mean we struggle the same. So can we please stop using that? Man, I was in and out of juvie. Okay, and that was your fucked up shit, not mine. I wasn't in and out of juvie. I mean, I went, but I wasn't in and out. I made some dumb mistakes. We all make mistakes. But that wasn't the struggle. Going to jail, going to juvie, that's not the struggle. Those are decisions. We have to start sharing more of the support that a lot of people out here ain't really getting. You know, I be wanting to come on here and talk to y'all all the time, man, but I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. I feel crazy sometimes come on here just talking without somebody talking back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a weird situation. But God put it on my heart. You know what I'm saying? And as long as God put it on my heart, man, I'm going to keep coming on here every sporadically or every night or whatever the case is and giving it to you the way that I need to give it to you guys, because I in a lot of cases, I got to take my own advice. And that's the hardest advice to take, your own. But I'm not trying to tell you that you tired. I'm telling you that I'm tired. I'm tired of putting up with the same people talking the same shit. It's time to move on. It's time to, you can meet a new person every day. What's up, KJ? You can meet a new person every day. You ain't got to talk to the same person twice. As many people as there are in the world and on this planet or in social media world or whatever, you don't even have to talk to the same person. Do you know that? Do you know that you can wake up every morning and have a conversation with a new person every day? All right, Drizzle, man, have a good one, bro. I know it's late over there where you at, man. Have a good one. I appreciate you stepping in or stopping by. As long as you reach one. But you know what, Sarah, that one got to reach somebody else. It can't just stop. It can't stop there. It got to just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Just one. Just every day. If you just clicked on the internet, right? Just when you wake up in the morning and the first time you hit Facebook, regardless of whatever time that is, and you hit Facebook and you see the first person's post, regardless of whatever post that is, and you go on there and you tell them, hey man, I just saw your post. Not on the post, but go in there and hit their message and say, hey man, I just seen your post. I thought it was very inspirational. I thought it was the coolest shit I ever seen. I thought it was this. I thought it was that. And if they respond to you, you've just met somebody else. You can do this every day for the rest of your life and not talk to the same person twice. We get so comfortable with the mess around us. You know what I'm saying? That we don't look past that. All these people you arguing and fussing with, that's that mess. It's a mess. Once we start cleaning the mess up, putting this shit on the shelf and compartmentalizing this and telling this person you fit here and you don't fit here and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Once you get all of that in order, it's hard. It's hard for somebody to come in and destroy that. What's up, Stace? It's hard for somebody to come in and destroy what you done organized. It's easy when it's chaotic. It's easy when it's unorganized. Anybody can slip in. I've been a victim for far too long. I know. I'm not telling y'all something I read in a book or something, a story or a movie I seen. This is my life. And as long as you keep letting people come in at the point of chaos, you're going to not be able to get it cleaned up. What's up, Brian? You know what I'm saying? I got the East Coast in the building, man. Y'all supposed to be over there asleep, man. Brian, what you doing up, man? You working on something? Where my shades? Oh, I got some shades in here. Hold on. Where my shades at? I sure got some. Yeah. I keep a pair. I keep a pair of Louis. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere. You know what I'm talking about? I just want the name drop a little bit, but it don't mean nothing. But nonetheless, I keep some on deck. But this is Stacey. This is me. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like I'm not gonna put the mask on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put the mask on. Let me see, Miss Sarah. Let me put your comment up, Miss Sarah, so everybody can see. We as black folks are afraid you will learn more than your neighbors if you try to help. See, that's the biggest. That's our biggest problem. That's our biggest problem. We don't. We too busy worrying about being afraid. And you know what, Miss Sarah, I can tell you from facts that I grew up afraid. I grew up afraid to do, to try, to be, to accept. I grew up afraid. There's a lot of people that grow up afraid. And this is the time that I tell you, man, look, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid no more. Who cares? If you fail at it, you tried, it didn't work. Let's try something different. Let's go another route. Hey Brian, I fiberglass this and it didn't work, man. I'm just gonna give up, man. I just can't fiberglass, man. I just don't know what I'm doing. Brian should snatch my ass up and say, hey, bro, slow down and pay attention. I'm gonna show you what you did wrong. But that's not what Brian would do. Brian would say, I told you you need to stop fucking with that anyway, man. Just bring it to me. Brian want to do the work. He don't want to teach me. He just want to do the work. And I'm just joking about this because Brian will help. You know what I'm saying, Brian? I just use you as an example, sir, because I know that you have offered help to me on multiple occasions. You know what I'm saying? I know you have. So Brian is a very talented brother. Now I don't know what Brian's struggles were, coming up because, you know what I'm saying? He grew up differently than I did. But understanding the struggle is a real thing. And if I tell Brian I struggle or I'm struggling, he himself will say, man, I understand. And you know what? I will accept that because I know that he understands. Because he understands the struggle. I'm telling y'all, man, next time motherfucker tell you they understand, make them show you. Show me you understand. Give me proof. Prove it. Prove to me that you understand and that you know the struggle. What is it? Go ahead. I'll wait. Man, we can't be concerned about that. Life is about educating each other, man. It's about, freeing up, freeing up time to explore, freeing up time to engage. We have to do better. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how else to say it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I may be the worst person to give advice to, to give advice. But when you tired, all that goes away. Miss Sarah, I appreciate it. And I'm gonna keep doing that. And I'm gonna keep doing it because I learned a lot. I'm gonna keep doing it because I know that, my past is only a short version of my path, right? And I say that because I can remember some of the things that I did back in the day, but I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna happen in a year's time. So yes, I do. I have memories of my past. But I have to make memories. I have to make memories moving forward. And this will become a memory. It'll be a memory in 30 days that'll resurface. Hey, the live that you did on January 19th will soon be deleted. That's what happened to my childhood. My childhood was deleted. My childhood is in a trash bin that I can't access anymore. Let that sink in. At least with this phone, I could put something in a trash bin and I got 60 days to access it. What happens when your past is in a trash can that you no longer have access to? Call me crazy all you want, but this is some real shit I'm spitting to you guys. Yeah. Yeah. That's real. See, people don't think. Oh shit, I accidentally deleted this picture. Ooh, let me go back in here. It's still, let me pull this out. Where do you go? Your neighborhood is destroyed. Everything that you grew up around you is corrupt and is gone, is destroyed. The people no longer, you don't even recognize them. Hey man, I'm just telling y'all, man, get this information before I take it somewhere else, man. I was a shy kid because I didn't think I had a voice. I didn't think anybody wanted to hear me talk. Now you gotta do is pop on the internet, man. I'm somewhere on that mug. You know what I'm saying? But I got a different speech. I got a different way of talking. What the song say? I got a new way of wearing my hair. Bald. Let me stop. But anyway, man, listen. If y'all don't take anything from this conversation, just take the fact that you have the ability to make changes. You have the ability to change. And let's wake up with the ability to do so. Just know somebody ain't gonna wake up tomorrow. So, with that being said, I know I done drug y'all down through there tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep a positive outlook on this shit, man. I keep trying to create a positive vibe and a positive flow with everything that I do and I say. Even in my frustrations, I try to find the positivity in it. But man, listen, pull them weeds so your grass will grow. And stop letting these people wear masks around you. Snatch that mask off like like Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Crew. That's who we gotta be now. We gotta be the Freds, the Daphnes, and the Shaggies. We gotta be the Mystery Crew. We gotta snatch these people's mask off, man, and let them know they ain't gonna be playing with us no more, man. You can't play with us no more. You can't play with us no more. We done. It's time out. say, hey, Sarah, say you gonna do one of them. You can't do both, huh? You can't live in hell and then die to go to hell, huh? Yeah, shit. No, that's time out. We ain't doing that one. That's real. That's real right there. Don't live in hell and then when you die, go to hell. You know what I'm saying? Make it heaven on earth. You know what I'm talking about? But with that being said, man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Have a good night, man. And I pray nothing but good thoughts run through your mind. I pray that God put something on your heart. I pray that God put money in your pocket if that's what you choose. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of good shit coming up in the shop this year. And that's for another date, another time. That's my live at 5, y'all. I got to let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, I appreciate you guys, man. God bless you. I love you. And have a good night, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about right there. Oh shit, what did I do? Man, I got all kind of stuff going on. I done down there. I don't know what I done did. How to end the show. Try to end the show. And I can't even find the button. Anyway, y'all have a good night. I holla.